Today, we're taking Asia's largest airline. One of China's 3 flag carriers, China Southern leads the Asian continent in commercial aviation. They're also the biggest airline in Asia in terms of passenger volume. But does bigger equal better? The plan today is to take one of their 83 Airbus A321 NEOs from their home base in Guangzhou up to Seoul. In the last video, where we flew into Guangzhou, that was on China's regional jet, the Comac 909. That was also with China Southern, but that didn't have too much on board to represent the carrier operating it. So, what's Asia's biggest airline actually like for inter-Asia flying? On a more modern and traditional Airbus NEO, if anything, how good are they at supporting China as their largest flag carrier? What's going on, guys? Casey Flower here. Let's go see how Chinese air travel is being represented with the biggest airline in Asia. Let's go check in. Hey, how are you? Hi. 3061 to Seoul. Yes. No. Both are carry-ons.
You come from Shanghai?
Yes.
And do you have taking back from Shanghai?
No.
Okay. Boarding gate is 167.
Okay.
Boarding time 10:15. Before departure 15 minutes, we'll close the boarding gate. Security check disabled, straight turn left.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, have a good day. Alright, at the boarding gate for the China Southern NEO up to Seoul. Boarding's a little bit delayed. We were supposed to start boarding 15 minutes ago, and they haven't let anybody on yet. But we'll see how that plays out as time goes on. I'm sure it'll be fine, but we'll see how it goes. Just passed through security after check-in, and that was followed by passport control because I am exiting China and entering South Korea. Both of those went pretty smooth, but yeah, now I am at the gate, just playing the waiting game for them to be ready to board us. So with that said, I'll catch you guys on the flip side at the seat. A good 20 minutes after our scheduled boarding time went by, and the boarding started to make noticeable progress. There you go. Oh. Thanks, boss. Bravo 303 Whiskey will be the ride to South Korea today, and the 7-year-old NEO was delivered brand new in December of 2018. On board, I made the quick walk to my home for the next 3 hours. Premium economy seat 28A. We got a width of 17 inches, a pitch of 33, 1 point on my seat to the same point on the seat in front of me, and a recline of 5 inches. Welcome aboard the China Southern 321 NEO up to Incheon. First impressions on the seat so far? Yeah, it's nice. I like it. Very standard for-service flag carrier premium economy seat. The legroom is really nice, so lots of room to stretch down there. 33 inches of pitch. Distance between 1 point on my seat to the same point on the seat in front of me, so that's really good. We also have in-seat power in the form of both in universal power outlets and USB-A, and a green light on there is on, indicating that they are in fact working, so that's really, really nice. But yeah, there is a QR code on the seat back pocket, so not entirely sure what that is. I tried scanning that, and I don't know what it was that came up. But yeah, in terms of Wi-Fi, I went into my Wi-Fi settings, and nothing came up on the ground here, so we'll check again once we get in the air. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the cabin crew is doing the best they can to get us out of here still on time, despite the 20-minute delay when boarding. The jet bridge is pulled away, and we should be getting pushed out of here very momentarily. in the air out of Guangzhou and on our way up to Seoul. Here in a minute, after we level off, the cabin crew is going to come through with a meal service. I went ahead and pre-ordered a meal online. I got the seafood dish, so that sounded interesting. So we're going to see what that is once that gets to us. I'm not sure if it's a meal service for everyone or just for the people that pre-ordered a meal online. I would think it's for everyone, but we'll see if it is once they start coming around. So I would think they would also do a beverage service with that as well, just naturally. But yeah, I went back into my Wi-Fi settings after we got in the air, and sure enough, nothing was there. So no China Southern Wi-Fi network of any kind. So as of now, I think we're going to be disconnected, but that is what it is. Before taxi, one of the cabin crew also came to my seat and confirmed with me who I was, and that was the meal I was getting, so that was cool. Little bit of reassurance there that we'll be getting my meal. I haven't eaten since yesterday morning. And it's about 11:30 a.m. right now, and I haven't eaten in almost 24 hours, so I really hope that seafood meal hits. But yeah, going through some bumps right now, so we'll see what we get with our meal and what that is once they get to us. So as of now, just playing the waiting game until they come through with the meal service by just looking outside, stretching out, and we'll see what that meal is. The China Southern catering gods have graced us with lunchtime. So Exhibit A with the seafood dish is the seafood itself. So we got white rice there, the shrimp as the seafood itself there in the middle, and I want to say celery on the left, and I'm not quite sure what that other orange thing is, but yeah, shrimp and rice we got. Exhibit B for bread, so we got bread as well as butter here. Exhibit C for cucumbers. Actually, I'm not sure if this is cucumbers or zucchini, but yeah, we got some sort of vegetables in here. And Exhibit D, not entirely sure, some sort of fruit in here, but yeah. And Exhibit E, they came by with this packet of snacks for everyone during the drink service, so I'm not entirely sure what this is. 3 types of nuts, 3 types of dried fruits. Okay, yeah. So 3 types of nuts and 3 types of dried fruits, apparently. I don't think I'm gonna try that. And Exhibit EF is this? Sprite. So got my drink with my meal. Sprite, I'm still waiting for you to hire me as an ambassador for you guys. But yeah, let's go ahead and try that rice and shrimp. Alright, it's not too bad. It's fulfilling. The taste isn't really there, but that also may be because it's cold. But that's on me because I left it out and didn't eat any of it until the cabin crew came back with the drinks. So that was sitting on my tray table for a good 40 minutes after they actually gave it to me. So it not being hot anymore is kind of on me. But yeah, the taste isn't really there, but it's fulfilling. It's alright. I take back a little bit what I said about the meal not having any taste. If the rice still has that sort of shrimp sauce on it, then you can kind of taste it, and it's not too bad. It's still cold and dry, but that's completely on me, and not the airline's fault at all. But it could be better, but could be a lot worse. Not bad for being free. This meal is actually complimentary, There were other meals on the website when you pre-booked that were paid, but this one was one of the ones that were complimentary, so not bad for being free at all. Can't complain. Also, beggars can't really be choosers because I have not eaten since yesterday morning. I didn't eat last night at my overnight, but that's whatever. I'm eating now. It's fulfilling. It's all good. The cabin crew also came by with a cart to collect rubbish, and I showed them my empty cup, which had the Sprite in it, but instead of taking it, they actually offered me a second Sprite, so I took it, and we're on to Sprite number 2 now. But yeah, I'm gonna continue eating and looking outside, and I'll catch up with you guys when we get closer to top of the sun. Alright, I'm not sure how they expect us to cut this bread with a fork or a spoon. I'm not making any great progress here. Alright, we are approaching the airport. Honestly, there really wasn't that much that happened on this flight other than the meal and drink service. So other than that, really not much to report. So I'm going to use the approach on the way in to rate the airline using my channel original rating system. I call it the Raleigh rating scale, very creatively named because my first name is Raleigh. If you're new here, I use it to rate all the flights I take at the end of every one of my airline reviews. It has 6 different categories to see how well the airline did at each of the 6. But if you're not new here, good job. You made it this far. How do you think China Southern did today? Well, let's land in Seoul and find out. This service was a 9.5 out of 10, as they were super friendly, caring, and warm throughout the entire flight, along with the meal and beverage services. They offered me more of my drink as they only gave me that small cup. It didn't take them long either for them to collect my meal tray when I finished, so getting that clear wasn't an issue. I just didn't love that they waited almost a half hour in between giving everyone a meal or snack and giving everyone drinks. The cleanliness was a 10 out of 10, as it was a nice, well-maintained white cabin. The seats looked very presentable, along with the walls and ceiling. There was some extremely subtle wear and tear scattered, but honestly, who cares? The Wi-Fi was a 0 out of 10, as there was none available. The food was a 9 out of 10, as there were a great selection of paid or complimentary meals offered online. Unfortunately, I can only speak with a seafood dish by saying it would have definitely been better if I started right when I got it when it was still warm. I was able to tell by the leftover taste when it was cold that it definitely has more taste when it's warmer, But this goes for all food, and regardless of temperature though, it was still fulfilling. The people that didn't order a meal got that small nut snack packet. As far as the drinks go, I was really only able to see the Sprite, Coke, coffee, and water. There wasn't a menu anywhere showing the drink options. The entertainment was a 3 out of 10, as the only thing provided on board was the in-seat power. It was cool that there was both USB-A and a universal outlet, so it is technically possible to charge two things simultaneously. There was no internet, so it'd be disconnected. There was also no seatback IFE, so download content to your own device. The seat was a 9 out of 10, as the dimensions were great for a traditional premium economy seat. The legroom was comfortable, and the recliner felt pretty good. I didn't have any issues with the thickness and cushioning. It was comfortable, not firm, and felt okay. I really liked how the power was positioned on the side how it was. It made room for both sources, and it still didn't block legroom. I also forgot about this until the very end, but they also gave out pillows in all the premium economy seats. I'm just taking the point off for the lack of any entertainment monitor as an amenity to support the entertainment category. So the overall rating for the airline is going to be a 6.7 out of 10. I did some additional research on the internet situation for longer flights, and after a quick chat with Google Gemini, here's what I came up with. Basically, it's free on the wide bodies, you just need to be registered in the app. It may be free, but the higher the cabin class, the higher the capability. Have a good one. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Alright, we're in Seoul. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my review on China Southern as much as I did on the flight. My final thoughts on them? Yeah, I think they're okay. Honestly, nothing too big worth noting. Just the Wi-Fi. It's not guaranteed to work on a narrow body inter-Asia. But if it's a wide body on a Dreamliner or an A350, then it should work. It's free, but just the higher your cabin class, the higher your capability. I don't love that. I would much rather pay for it and have it guaranteed to be able to stream if I'm in economy. But yeah, that is what it is. But apart from that, I think the seat was great. The food was okay. Could be better, but I think it was okay for what it was. The service was amazing. But yeah, apart from that, really nothing too notable. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. I'm gonna go hop on my United flight to San Francisco, which I actually just got one of the last seats on. So I look forward to bringing you guys back here on the next adventure on the next airline. Bye for now.